Hey everybody, welcome on back. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. I'm going to do a bit of Satisfactory for a change. Which button do I want? That one. Hopefully. Nope. Wrong one. Oh heck, I don't know which button it is. Where is it? Where is Satisfactory? There it is. Oops. Having one of those funny old days today. So, welcome in obviously Bodine, Pompeys, how are you guys doing? Everybody else out there? So the plan was originally that I was going to be doing some Goat Sim 3 with my daughter. Unfortunately, she's not feeling the greatest today. She's been up quite early this morning, feeling really tired, so she decided to have today off. So I thought I'd just jump in, do a bit of Satisfactory for a couple of hours. Obviously, answer any question any you guys may or may not have. So I've had to basically restart. Um, so at the minute, I'm still setting up my new base. Um, at the minute, I'm still working on completing phase 2. I'm just in the middle of actually creating the first lot. One thing I do need to do today is obviously the Fixit calendar. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum, and obviously we are on the 17th. Oh yeah, right. So if you haven't seen this, obviously this is like an advent calendar for Fixmiss, which is part of the game at the minute. Obviously, each day you can unlock something different, and there is 17 right there. Ooh, there we go. We'll have a bit of that. Spoilers. So that's kind of cool. If you can't find a number on here, what you can actually do is get a hint of where it is. Just type the number in here, get a hint, and then it'll show where it is on the calendar. So that's the first thing I always want to do every day. I've been up all night playing Satisfactory. I started a fresh last. Nice one, Bodine. So, yep, at the minute I still have obviously these guys running. Um, I have just literally unlocked coal power, which is a little place down there that I've started setting up. One thing I do need to do is upgrade the belts and stuff like that. One thing I did want to check, actually I should be able to do it here. Productions. Yeah, so I'm still using obviously the Mark 1 miners. So I do want to upgrade to the Mark 2 belts and lifters. Obviously I do need to get some more of these done, but yeah, so this is obviously my little play area, I suppose is the best way to put it. Obviously once I get more and more power sorted out, all of these little generators are going to be going bye-bye. Round the side here, I've set up my Fixmiss farming stuff. I've now got 4 trees, as you can see, producing the presents, which are going into each of these to produce different things. I'm just going to leave it running for now. Obviously, over here is going to be my concrete. Obviously, I do need to get more running. Obviously, getting these belts are now up to level 2. I'm not sure if that's been updated yet. See, that's still a Mark. Oh, did I change that? Not. That should be 4 there. Yeah, so that's not. It's possibly been updated. I don't know. And Mr. T. Miller, thank you very much for the resub for 11 months. Holy heck. Wow. How you doing, buddy? Let's jump out and give you a shout out, buddy. There we go. T. Miller 63. Cool, that is working. So obviously if you guys are not following Mr. T. Miller, go over, give him a follow, guys. He's an amazing streamer. Obviously he was doing a bit of Uncharted earlier by Mr. Surfing Cowboy. Doing good? Good, glad to hear it. Obviously he does do Farm Sim 19, not Farm Sim 22, ATS, ETS, and some other funky games over there. Definitely go over, check him out. Doing good? Cool. Right, so I'm coming over to this way. So I've started setting up obviously my iron production and copper productions. So on this side I've got 3 of each going. 3 creating plates, 3 creating rods, and then screws right down the end. As yet I haven't found any of the hard drives to unlock those alternate recipes. On this side obviously I've got the old copper sheets, copper wires and obviously the cables down the far end. Actually, that's actually been run all off of just one. Oh, the two copper. No, yeah, yeah, one copper node, which is kind of cool. Also got two tier 2 belts going for most of this. Do need to at some point unlock some of these higher ones because as you can see the belts are slowing down. Obviously I've got them all coming into a container on either side. I was kind of hoping they'd actually back up, but it seems to be producing quite a lot, or using quite a lot, which is a bit of a pain. But hopefully it'll get there. I couldn't get my ATS to start today. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, I did wonder. I was going to ask, but I thought I'd leave it alone for today. Yeah, so down this end, what I have done is I've started running pipes along. It's gone actually literally all the way from down there across here, and then it's gone down to where my coal power plant is going to start. Obviously this is one area I do need to start working on a little bit more. Obviously I do need to get the belts upgraded because one thing is I am lacking in obviously the coal. Obviously as you can see I do have one miner already there, but obviously with the tier 1 or the Mark 1 belts it's very slow and it keeps cutting in, cutting out. So as you can see from there, it's, yeah, up, down, it's not good. So that's one thing I do want to focus on today. So apart from that, that's pretty much the size of my base so far. One thing I am trying to do is make it so it's all level, but has its own little area. Obviously this part here is what I'm sort of going to be building onto for doing obviously the reinforced plates and stuff like that, which I do need to set up at some point. I did start doing them over there individually, but I'm kind of getting bored of that area. Want to utilise that sort of section a little bit better. I do have some concrete over there, which I do need to address at some point. Got 1, 2, 3, I think it's 5 iron ores coming in, which is literally going straight through, but obviously with the slowness of the belts, it's kind of a nightmare. Anywho, so that is it. So anything extra I've got, I'm just dumping in there. I have unlocked a few things through the awesome sink already to just help life out, so like wall mounts and stuff like that. Right, so one thing I do need to get going is see if I can create some more iron reinforced plates. So we need screws and we need that. Okay. Actually, I should have just done it down there because I've got a workbench already set up. So one thing I always like to do is raise up my base so it's flat. It makes life a little bit easier. At some point I do want to end up getting some vehicles to drive up and down on. And obviously train systems and such, but yeah. Get there eventually. Screws. That one's been used. Let's grab all them for the minute. But obviously if you guys got any questions about the game, if you're struggling to get started, let me know and I'll see if I can help you guys out a little bit. So for anyone who hasn't played this game before, obviously the aim of the game is to mine the resources, create products and send them off in basically a giant lift, which I've got one right there. Obviously throughout the game you get different things you have to unlock and then produce and then send off. At the moment I think the highest I've actually got was obviously the phase 4 productions, and yeah, that's where you need some amazing sized builds, that's for sure. But my aim for this is really to try and keep small areas producing a lot if I can. And it's kind of how a lot of my previous save games have been. So I'm going to kind of keep to that sort of ether, I suppose is the best way to put it. But yeah. And I've got a cat that is being freaking annoying. Go away. But yeah, how is everybody doing today anyway? Nice thing is once you start producing as well, like you just see me there. Obviously, one thing I did do is I just skipped the starting part of the game and just went straight into the tier 1, tier 2 stuff. So I had a fair bit unlocked just to get going. I know there's a lot of mods out there that you can use as well. There's a satisfactory calculator if you need help with different things. It also shows on that website is if you know where to look. You can actually upload your save game to see where all the resource nodes are, where all the slugs and this, that, and the other are, which is really helpful. One thing I do love is the glass in the game, all the different types of glass that they've added. Um, that's something I do need to get on at some point and try and look at unlocking a little bit more of. Obviously, for that, I do need certain resources found, but haven't quite got that far. But I want to try and keep it simple, but nice looking, I suppose, to the eye. And this is the main reason I want to get some of these things automated, because it just takes a little bit longer. At least once it's automated, I can get on and do other things while these are being created. But obviously, just starting off. So I think that'll do for now. See, well, I'll keep hold of those resources. So obviously, I'm going to be focusing on the area down by the coal plant. Also, I want to get those belts upgraded, lifters sorted out, so that they are pumping out more coal, or at least transporting more coal, because it is keep some of the generators keep shutting down. One thing I thought was kind of a nifty idea that I came up with yesterday when I was doing these is to have them within a walkable area. I may end up widening the actual area. Obviously, I will be replacing these poles and having the wires underneath run that way. But something to get to. Obviously, I do have them unlocked now. I've got them set to my 6 and 7 buttons, so I'll get there. Right, so bam. There we go. So yeah, just one thing I may look at doing is try to find another coal node nearby. I do know that there's where are we? I think it's over in that direction there. There's about 3 or 4 nodes that I could tap into, create another power area if I needed to. Over in that area somewhere, behind the mountains, there's oil nodes that I can tap into later on. Obviously, I've played this area quite a bit in the past, so I've got a rough idea where everything is to start off with. The only downside to this area that I've found is obviously the resources nodes themselves are sort of more impure and normal. There's very few pures around here. Right, so let's get you upgraded and you. Actually, one thing I could technically do now I've got this. Maybe later. Mind you, it's quite a tall one. There is limits on some of these belts and stuff, or uplifters, I should say, which makes life a little bit harder. There we go. And 3. Get you going a bit faster. Coming in. There's that. There we go. So obviously one thing I want to do is fill this up with some coal if I can. So there we go. Now that I've upgraded those belts, it's starting to slowly build that resource up. So hopefully I won't end up running out at any point. And the nice thing is, obviously, with the last update, they were able to make these pipes and the belts actually fix to the roofs and such. How's that doing? So you see that's kicking in now as well. Good. Also, I've got plenty coming through there. Now usually what I tend to do is when with the products coming in, I'll have it as a higher belt speed to what's going into these, because obviously I do like to have a little bit buffer, as it were. At some point I could end up overclocking these and producing more power, but I'm just trying to keep these stable for now. Ba-da-ba-dam. Now it's usually these end ones that have the issue where they're coming on, not getting quite enough. So I need to try and keep an eye on these at some point. So yeah, it's got no very little coal coming in there. So I may end up upgrading those belts underneath as well. Oh, the joys of starting out fresh. Alright, so bam, if I upgrade these, that should help out a little bit more as well. Actually, I've got an idea, got an idea. Let's downgrade that, let's upgrade these ones coming here. And yep, I can run it again. Yeah, this is one reason I want to really get those lines automated. Because this happens too much in this game when you start out. You have to just keep rebuilding and building and building. Obviously, once I've got some more screws, and I've got plenty of plates actually at the minute. But obviously, once I've got more screws being produced faster, I can actually get this more automated. But yeah, I haven't really got that many hours actually in this, so I've got 17 hours so far in this current save. So slowly building up. I'm not in a great rush to get things done, that's for sure. And I know I won't be aiming for anything like what Darius has and NBC. I think NBC is just over the top, to be honest, a lot of the stuff that he's been showing off. Obviously, if you didn't check his stream last night, go over, check that out from last night. His factories and power plants are freaking humongous. Obviously, he is using a lot of mods to help aid placing things down and such. One thing I do want to try and get into as well is the blueprints. Obviously, that's something that gets unlocked a bit further on. I just can't get my head into doing them properly. I have no idea what's going on. Cool. Actually, I can get rid of that phone. It's just freaking annoying. There we go now. But yeah, I think I'm going to try and focus on setting up different blueprints this time around to make life possibly a bit easier for placing some of this stuff what I need to. But that's later on anyway. Right now I'm not too bothered. I think that'll do for now. Right, so you mark one's okay, so 2. Bring you up. Now one thing I could technically do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is run another belt off here and then place a merger in the middle to bring it in a little bit. I might try to do that. Oops, wrong button. I want that one. So if we do that there, and then we'll take it out of that splitter there, put it into there, so then at least those back ones are then going to get a little bit extra boost as well. And this is the whole thing as well for anyone playing, is trying to get a good quantity going into everything does help. So yeah, that should be fine, I think. So I don't want too much coming out of there. I'd rather have it coming through this way. Balance, that's the word in it. So so I put that right at the end of the 2. Obviously I will be ending up making this bigger at some point, but obviously I do need to get more resources coming in first of all. 2, so we'll take it from there, drop it in there, and that should help that bit. And I've got a daft cat trying to get into a box. Hang on, Katie. There you go. You can hide now. Yeah, I had some presents turn up the other day, and the cats just love the boxes. They are weird sods, that's for sure. Right, so I'm just going to leave this for the moment to kick back in, so hopefully that will be fine for now. It seems to be flowing pretty well. Maybe at some point I'll try and get another coal node brought in. Right. But yeah, these pipes are... I've got 5 pipes coming in. Each pipe runs to 2 coal generators. Let's see. So, yep. Seems pretty good. Not getting any backlogs, so that's fine. 50. Yeah, these first ones are always pretty easy. One thing I did do is I put obviously the old pipe splitter there and then run it underneath. It's kind of cool. Whoops. And why is that there anyway? Doesn't need to be there. Okay, so hopefully that will kick in properly shortly. Yeah, as you can see, these top lines are now starting to level off, so hopefully we should be fine for now. Obviously, like I said, one thing I do want to end up doing, without falling off, is obviously replace these. Oh, get out of the way. I might even do it today, I'm not sure yet. Replace these guys, power poles, and have it running underneath with the pipes. Right then, so let's get this area set up. See if we can get some of those reinforced plates sorted out. So how are you guys getting on with the Ficsit farming for anyone who plays? I know my last save that unfortunately I lost. I was actually literally about to unlock the final item, that Christmas tree star, and that was when the game crashed. I was really annoyed. So I've just been carrying on from there. I'm curious, how far did I get so far? So I've seen the MAM here. We do have the Ficsit holiday event, and obviously each part will need a different resource. Obviously, all you have to do is add presents to. Could be a smelter, could be a constructor, or whatever. Why do I keep hitting the wrong button? I want F there. So for instance, these guys here, I don't. Is it this one? Yeah, so obviously, there you go. So you got 3 right there if need to be. All you do is you add your presents and it'll then convert it into a candy, a bowl, or obviously 3 branches. It wasn't the smelter, what was it? I can never remember half these freaking... Oh, the foundry, that's another one that you need. And obviously, yeah, I think it might have been the smelter actually. To get different resources, and then you can put them into other things as well. Actually, I want to see something. What did I need for some of that? I should have made a note. One sec. So also need more of them. See, with these ones, you need 2 products going into. I think it's the constructors, and to create them, Snowman needs bowls. Oh, I might be able to do that. 50 bowls, 50 candy canes. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. 50, 50. Yep, I've got plenty of that. So let's grab them. So there's a snowman unlocked. That's fine. Obviously, I do need to now focus on these guys. Obviously, this is going to be the fun part. If you're not sure, if you click on it, go open to Codex, and what it should do is show you here where it can be crafted. So if I say come in here, as you can see, there you go. So obviously you're going to need your red baubles, some copper ingots, and that will give you your copper ornaments. And obviously you can do that in the foundry, and it does around about 5 per minute base. You were expecting goats to be... I know, unfortunately my daughter wasn't feeling very well, so... Yep, it is what it is, unfortunately. Right, so you're full. Let's get them into there. That's fine. What else? Right, so I keep hitting the wrong keys at the minute. Do my head in. Nope. That's not what I wanted. That's what I want to get rid of them back into there for now. They can go into here. Where's that? Right, so obviously, for, like I said, for your copper ornaments there, obviously you're gonna need your red ones. They're fine. I do need to get some more copper ingots at some point. For your silver ones, you're going to need obviously your blue ornaments and iron ingots. I've got some iron ingot or iron ore there, so let's go craft that a sec. Did I hear the news, Billy? What news would that be, bud? What would that be then? Because obviously I've only been up for maybe about 2 hours. So, not sure. I may have, may not have. Right, so which one is it? There, go. There we go. Obviously you can overclock these later on if you want to. Obviously I do have it unlocked to be able to do that. Obviously one thing I do need to do is go on a slug hunt at some point and find some. And there's also, like I mentioned about the glass. Oh, there we go, because some of these presents. Slug over there as well. Obviously you're going to need, jump down here, crystal unlocked. I've already got one section unlocked. I need to get obviously the other bits sorted out for that. Oh, this is cool. Oh, silly headset died there for a sec. Had to charge it back up. Yeah, so right, so this is getting there, this is getting there. You have the Platinum DLC. Nice one, buddy. Cool. About time too. Let's grab that. I can put that upstairs a minute, and I'll put that up the stairs. At some point, I do want to run this upstairs to that section